This world high, Roman number 7, baby, drop it like it's hot. This world, concrete flowers grow heartache. She only do what she knows. Do that on myself. Okay, 25 minutes. I try my best. I'll try my best to finish this on 25, within 25 minutes. Hello. Okay, that was awkward. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to our study session. My name is Melly, and today we're going to dive in about nouns and possessives. How nouns become turn into possessive. Now, okay. By the way, fair use disclaimer for education. This video is again for educational purposes under fair use. Now, this will aim to provide learning content, examples for students or people who just want to learn English, proper English, and also if you're a grad what do you call this? If you already graduated and then you're going to take the upcoming board exam just like me, well, this is the perfect video or study session that you can have. I mean, there's a lot of videos in the internet, but this is more specific in every topic under under the coverage or let coverage. So as of today, we are going to talk about nouns and possessive. So this is under speech and oral communication. So without further ado, grab your notes and let's get started. Again, noun. Nouns. What is a noun? Now, probably napag-usapan na to nung elementary pa tayo or probably nakalimutan nyo na. So again, noun could be a name of a person, place, ano pa, thing, bagay, idea, like happiness, di ba? Or maaari ding event o pangyayari, like Ramadan, Christmas. That is an example, or those are an example of a noun. Now, sa Tagalog or sa Filipino, ang noun ay tinatawag na pangalan. Pang, tapos ngalan. Ganyan yung spelling niya. Now, let's proceed to types of nouns. Ano bang iba't ibang klase ng noun? So, there are 5 na ida-discuss natin dito. First, we have the abstract versus concrete. Ito lang tatandaan natin ha. Ginawa ko na tong very specific, very precise, brief lang yung natin. Para makuha nyo agad yung idea. Okay, abstract. Pag sinasabi nating abstract, it could be feelings and concepts. Like justice, konsepto ng justice. Nostalgia, feeling mo na, yung feeling na bumalik ka sa nakaraan. Yung naaalala mo yung nakaraan. Naaalala mo yung ex mo, ganon. Nostalgia. Pumupunta ka ng isang lugar na, ay, wait lang, dito kami nag-date noon. Diba? Oh my God, baka may mga bata na nanonood ito. Anyway, para sa mga lang yan ha, sa mga matatanda na. Okay, next, deception. I think this is deception. Nabudol ba? Something like that. I think this is feeling. Okay, yun ang abstract. Meaning, isang konsepto or feeling. Bali, vague siya, general siya. Sa concrete naman, specific to. For example, microscope, skyscraper, diamond. Di ba specific? This is perceivable or bali masisense mo, maaaring mahahawakan mo, physical thing, person, or place. Skyscraper, place yan. Yung tower ba, nasa pinakatuktok ng building, that is skyscraper. Microscope, bagay yan. Nahahawakan mo yan. Diamond, nahahawakan yan. Ang justice, nahahawakan mo ba? Hindi. It's a konsepto, idea natin yan na may justice, pero hindi nyo nakahawakan ng justice. Diba? Nostalgia, nasa utak lang to eh. Ito tangible, meaning nahahawakan. Kuha na. Next, common versus proper. Madali lang to. Hindi na kailangan ng further explanation. Pero, sige, sabihin natin, ang common, mountain. Example, mountain. Yan ang common na alam natin, na common na pangalan na tinatawag natin sa mga bundok. Diba? Pero pag sinasabi natin proper, it's a proper name. May tawag talaga sa specific na mountain na yan. For example, mountain. Halimbawa ng mountain is Mount Everest. Yan ang pangalan mismo. Tinatawag natin mismo, Mount Everest. Na Mount Everest is a mountain. That's a common name niya. Alam natin na yung Mount Everest is a mountain. Si Marie Curie, I think connected to siya ni Albert Einstein. I don't know, research niya lang. She's a scientist. Diba? To Kill a Mockingbird. Pangalan yan mismo. Title yan mismo ng isang novel. Alam natin na ang To Kill a Mockingbird is a novel. So, common. Diba? Common na alam natin na ganito, itong example na to is a novel. Excuse me, meron kasi akong ubo. Ayan na. Okay, let's proceed. Kuha na yung common versus proper. Let's move on to singular versus plural. Okay. Na yung singular, yung noun, maaring masasabi mong regular pag yung noun, yung singular noun, pag gagawin natin itong plural, nilalagyan natin ng es. Ito, example, noun. It's a noun. It's a thing. It's a fruit, tomato. Pag ginawa natin itong singular na tomato into plural, lalagyan lang natin ng es. Magiging plural na siya. Tomatoes. Hero. Heroes. Diba? Ngayon, paano mo masasabi na ang noun ay irregular? Madali lang yan. Kapag ang singular niya, gagawin mong plural, mag-iiba yung spelling. Irregular na siya. Diba? Kasi sa regular, es lang katapat eh. Plural na agad. Dito, hindi. Lalagyan mo ng ibang spelling. Cactus. Singular yan. Pag makakita ka ng isang cactus. Pero pag makakakita ka ng karami-raming cactus, tawag mo dyan ay cacti. Yan ang plural form ng cacti. Phenomenon. Nagiging phenomenon. That's why it is irregular. Collective versus mass na naman tayo. Collective, masasabi mong collective pag countable siya. A fleet of ships. A fleet, big sabihin, grupo o maraming ships. A faculty of professors. Bale, grupo ng mga profesor. A flock of birds. So, pag makita nyo mga example, mga pigeon or mga kalapate, dove, diba? Kadalasan talaga, grupo-grupo yun sila lilipad. Diba? Next, ang mass. Anong kaibahan ng collective sa mass? Sa mass kasi hindi mo siya mabibilang. It is uncountable. Collective is countable. Take note ha. This is countable. Countable. And this is uncountable. Wait, lagyan natin. Countable. Dito naman, si mass, uncountable. Excuse me. Yan lang, easy lang. Example, oxygen. Mabibilang mo ba yung oxygen? Hindi. Poetry. Mabibilang mo ba ang poetry? Hindi. Luggage. Mabibilang mo ba yung luggage? Bread. Mabibilang ba ang bread? Hindi. Pero lagyan natin ng mas specific kasi yung bread pwede yun namang yan eh. Ito ha. Change natin. Ito, milk. Nabibilang ba ang milk? Hindi. Water. Nabibilang ba isa-isa? Hindi. As a whole yan. Diba? As a whole natin yan tinitimbang or binibilang. Oxygen hindi mabilang. So, uncountable. Hair. Rice. Those are uncountable. Ano pa? Freedom. Uncountable. Okay, we have 4 minutes left at marami pa tayong i-discuss. Last is gender forms. Madali lang to. Gender forms, masculine to feminine. So, hindi kailangan, hindi ibig sabihin may arrow dito ha. Kailangan na yung masculine gagawin natin feminine. It's just a, representation how a spelling of a noun becomes different when we convert it into feminine. Okay, for example, sa duke. Yung duke, magiging duchess pag sa babae. Steward naman, steward, pag sa lalaki, stewardess naman sa babae. Ngayon, paano natin masasabi na hindi ito masculine or feminine lang? Ito ay tinatawag na gender neutral. Gender neutral, ibig sabihin pwede sa babae, pwede sa lalaki. For example, firefighter instead of fireman. So, hindi mo pwede sabihin na a group of firemen helps us yesterday during a, sunog. Maaaring may mga babae din doon na, maaaring may mga firewoman din doon. So, you just call them or tawagin nyo na lang silang firefighter as a whole. So, hindi siya specific na masculine, hindi siya specific na feminine. Halo-halo. Next, actor. Group of actor. Na hindi ibig sabihin na a group of actor, puro sa lalaki lang yan. Pwedeng may mga actresses o mga babae. So, that is gender neutral and then masculine and feminine. Again, yun lang yung pag-ano natin. I-take note natin. You have to familiarize, not memorize familiarize lang. Kung anong klase yung abstract, concrete, and so on and so forth. Now, let's move on to yun na ang types of noun. Dito naman, since tapos na tayo pag-discuss ng noun, dito naman tayo sa pagiging possessive. No? Paano natin masasabi na ang noun, ang singular noun ay magiging possessive? Ibig sabihin ng possessive, guys, ang possessive meaning you own it. You possess it, you have it. Okay? For example, sa singular nouns, ibig sabihin, iisa lang ang ating noun o pinagtutukuyan o pinag-uusapan. Example, pag singular noun, lagyan mo lang ng apostrophe S. You just have to put apostrophe S after the noun. Example, ito yung example natin. The girl's book was left on the desk. Kaninong book ang naiwan sa desk? Kay girl. Now, dahil possessive ang pinag-uusapan natin, ang may-ari ng book ay si girl, lagyan natin ng apostrophe S. Bakit apostrophe S? Because singular, nag-iisa lang si girl. Ayan yung the rest of the example. Next, paano naman kung plural noun na S ang huli sa word? Example, pilots. Di ba may S sa huli? Ang gagawin niya lang, lagyan ng apostrophe sa huli. The pilots, apostrophe, uniforms were neatly pressed. So, si noun, lagyan ng apostrophe. Ganun lang. Ngayon, paano naman, ma'am, kung plural noun na walang S sa word niya? Example, children. Children yung noun natin. Wala siyang S kagaya sa pilots, no? Plural tong pilots maraming pilot. Dito, children. Meaning, maraming bata. Ano bang singular ng children? Child. So, Kasi wala siyang S sa huli sa kanyang word, lalagyan natin ng apostrophe S para maging possessive. Meaning, example the children's playground was renovated. Kaninong playground? Sa mga aso ba? Hindi. Sa mga bata. The children have this playground. They own this. This is specifically for them. So, children's playground. Naging possessive na si noun. Next, non-human objects. So, hindi ito living thing. This is non-living things. For example, the edge of the sword was razor sharp. So, ang ating noun dito is the edge. Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin eh. The edge. The edge of what? Diba? Of the sword. So, yung noun natin, non-living thing, buhay ba yung edge? Hindi. The edge, lagyan natin ng of para malagay natin kung anong edge, anong klaseng edge. Edge ba ng table? Edge ba ng door? Diba? You have to be specific. Of what? Of the sword was razor sharp. Ganyan lang po. So, you have to put of. Next, time expression. Kapag pinag-uusapan natin time, you have to put apostrophe S. Ma'am, hindi naman yan living thing yung oras. Yeah, but sa rule dito, kapag time ang pinag-usapan, kahit hindi siya living thing, you have to put apostrophe S. For example, a decade, di ba oras yan? Meaning ng decade, 10 taon. A decade's worth of research was lost in the fire. Ayan, apostrophe S lang ilalagay natin sa noun na nagto-talk about time. Next, higher animals. Anong higher animals? Anything, basta animals. So, add S pa rin, apostrophe S. The eagle's wingspan can reach up to 7 feet. Kaninong wingspan? Sino nagpo-possess ng wingspan? Ang tao ba? May wing ba ang tao? No, it's the eagle. So the noun eagle possess a wingspan that can reach up to 7 feet. Dahil animal siya, lalagyan lang natin ng apostrophe S. Simple as that. Now, paano naman natin masasabi? Kapag may dalawang possessive, possessive, simple, tawag niyan ay double possessive. Malalaman mo yan kapag ganitong klase ang pagkasabi. A poem of Shakespeare's is being analyzed in class. Example yan ha. A poem of. Sino daw ang noun din yung poem. What type of poem? What type of yan? Noun. What type of noun? That could be abstract, no? A poem of Shakespeare. Sino nagmamay-ari ng poem? Si Shakespeare. Poem is also, si poem, it's a non-living thing, di ba? So that's why you put of. Di ba? Nandito sa rule, ito na rule, kapag non-human, non-living thing, hindi naman yung nabubuhay yung poem, di ba? But it is a noun. Yung tinutukoy natin, yung poem. Pinag-uusapan natin, yung poem. Kaya nilagyan natin ng of kasi it's a non-living object. Non-living thing. A poem of, kanino? Shakespeare. Shakespeare, also, a noun. Diba? He owns the poem. He is the one who made the poem. Kaya lalagyan din natin ng, apostrophe S. Is being analyzed in class. So, ganyan lang. Okay, you can pause the video if you think you don't really get it. But ito lang, quick tips. If it belongs to a living thing, use apostrophe S. Kapag nabubuhay, for example, cat, the tree, buhay yan, di ba? Kapag non-living thing naman, gagamit ka ng of. The wall. Ano yung noun natin dito? The wall. Yung wall daw, yung dingding daw, di, the wall of the castle. Ang dingding ng isang castle of the. If it's about time, oras, example, year, lagyan mo din yung apostrophe S. Okay? So, I guess, tapos na tayo. Okay. Let's move on to the item. So, I think 5 lang guro. Or 10. Sige, grab your papers. Grab a paper and then pencil. And then answer with me. Let's try to answer, no? And then later on, we are going to check it. Next, okay. 10 lang siguro. 1 up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have 3 minutes left. So we have to identify what type of noun. Okay? Childhood. Childhood. Ano kayang klaseng ano to? Noun to. Is it abstract? Concrete? Collective? Nabibilang? Or mass? Uncountable? Hindi nabibilang. Number 2. Identify the type of noun. Flock. Flock. Ano ba yung flock? Flock of birds. Is it common, proper, collective, or mass? Number 3. Which of the following is a mass noun? Ano nga yung mass? Hindi nabibilang. A. Apples. B. Water. C. Chairs. D. Books. Dali lang, no? Kapag alam niyo yung konsepto ng noun at saka yung pagiging possessive niya, you will be able to identify in just one blink of an eye, no? Number 4, identify the proper noun. Proper noun daw. Ocean, dagat, happiness, kaligayahan, Dr. Martinez, or D, democracy. So yung poem na sinabi ko kanina, no? I think it's a abstract or probably could be a poem could be a common noun. Ano may halimbawa ng mga poem na alam nyo? You can search a title of a poem, and then you can identify those those list of poem, you can identify them as a poem. The common name of those things are poem. Is poem, sorry. I'm still figuring out how to speak, how to speak fluently with English. Okay, last, number 5. 5, tapos iba na naman yung number 6. Number 5, which noun is both collective and singular? Collective ha, at saka singular. Meaning, grupo or a cluster. A, children. Plural yan eh. B, faculty. C, scissors. D, boxes. Okay. For number 6, dito tayo sa possessive form and usage. So we have to correct which correct possessive form. Ito, the blank playground was closed for maintenance. So, children ang ating noun dito. So, paano natin gagawin itong noun na children into possessive? Children na, yung root word dito children. How can we make it possessive? Children, apostrophe S. Children, apostrophe S. Ay, children, children's apostrophe. B, children apostrophe S. C, children's sis. Ano to? D, children's. Okay. Lagpas tayo sa 25 minutes, but let us continue, no? Number 2, possessive form. A novel of Hemingway is on display. Okay. Anong klaseng, possessive noun? It is a double. Dalawa yung noun natin dito eh. Novel at saka Hemingway. Novel is a non-living thing. So that's why nilagyan natin ng of. Hemingway is the one who possessed also the novel. It's also a noun. So paano natin gagawing possessive si Hemingway? Lagyan natin ng apostrophe S or S apostrophe or C of Hemingway's, D of Hemingway's. Number 3. My jacket was left in the car. Sister yung noun natin. Paano natin siya i-possess, gawing possessive si sister? A, sisters. B, sisters apostrophe. C, sisters. D, sister. 4. The phrase, the walls of the castle, follows which possessive rule? A, use of for non-living things. B, add apostrophe S for singular nouns. Alin dyan? May apostrophe S ba dyan? C, use the plural possessive. May apostrophe S ba dyan? Or S lang? Or kahit apostrophe? Wala naman. Or D, double possessive. Bakit? Maraming noun ba dyan? Ito, of the castle object yan eh. The walls, isa lang yung noun. So, the answer is last, number 5. Which is correct? The dog's barks were loud. B, the dog's barks were loud. Grabe naman. The dog's apostrophe barks were loud. The dog's barks were loud. Careful kayo sa verb. The answer is secret. Okay, let's see if correct yung answer natin. Grab your red ball pen and let's check. Number 1, A. Childhood is an idea or abstract. 1A, correct. Flock. Letter C, correct ko. Flock is a collective noun. B, number 3, B. Water is the mass noun. Bali, yung mass yung hinahanap natin. Yung water is uncountable. Number 4, hinahanap natin proper noun. The answer is Dr. Martinez. Letter C. Number 5, hinahanap natin collective pero singular. Okay, the answer is letter B, faculty. Number 6, abstract. Abstract, hindi nahahawakan, konsepto, idea. Number 6, wait lang, 6, ito yung una, di ba? Okay, namali na naman tayo dito. Hindi pala. Iba pala yun. Hanggang 5 lang tayo sa part 1, no? Okay. Number 6, dito tayo sa... Anong number yun? Eto, children. Number 16, 6. Children, okay, hinahanap natin is possessive ng children. Okay, children is irregular by the way ha. Kasi hindi siya, ang plural kasi nito is child, 'di ba? Singular, iisang bata. Pero pag marami, tinatawag nating children. Hindi siya ganito. Diba usually pag regular, lalagyan lang natin ng ES. Hindi. Babaguhin natin yung spelling, nagiging children, kaya irregular siya. Ngayon, yung children gagawin nating possessive. Ang noun na children gagawin nating possessive, lalagyan lang natin ng, anong lalagay natin kapag walang S sa huli? Children lang. Apostrophe S. Kaya the answer is letter B. Children, apostrophe S. Number 7. Proper noun. Use double possessive. Tignan natin ang number 7. Ayan. Anong answer nito? Double possessive to siya. Like I said, dalawa yung noun natin dito. Ang non-human object or non-living thing, which is the novel, and also, noun natin si Hemingway, na siya ang nagmamay-ari ng novel. So, lalagay natin is letter, The correct answer of that is letter A. Bakit C to? Tignan natin yung C. Bakit C yan? Of Hemingway's. Dito lang kasi yung hinahanap eh. 'Di ba? So, correcto, of Hemingway's. Dapat of Hemingway's yung makikita natin. Pero may off na kasi dito eh. So, dapat, dito lang tayo banda mag-edit. So, dapat, the correct answer of that is letter A. Apostrophe S. Hemingway's lang yung problema natin, hindi yung off. Excuse me. Okay, let's proceed to number 8. Ayan. 18 yung part 2 tayo. So, shows possession, singular si sister singular. So, lalagyan lang natin ng apostrophe S. So, the answer of it is letter A. Number 9, which is 19 sa part 2, castle. It is a non-living. So, we are going to use the word of. Number 9 is letter A. Last, but not the least, actually, it's the last na talaga. Wala na tong The rest is, kayo na bahala mag-answer. I will give you the flashcard. Number 10, last, plural possessive. Bakit plural? Tignan natin ha. Tignan natin, saan yon? Number 5, ayan. Maaring iba sa inyo nag-answer nito. Kasi imposible i-answer kayo dito, diba? Kasi may S na nga, nilagyan pa ng S. Hindi din pwede ito kasi walang apostrophe. Diba? So, B and D is very wrong na. A and C na lang ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. Bakit plural possessive yan? Because of the verb were, meaning marami, plural. Itong dog, apostrophe S, meaning singular yan. So, the verb, sa subject-verb agreement, yung subject natin na dog, hindi nag-a-agree with the verb na plural. Singular and plural, hindi pwede yan. So, dapat, plural si verb, si subject, at saka si verb, plural din. Kaya, dogs, apostrophe, letter C. So, perfect ako. How about you guys? If you're perfect, or if you're perfect, or you got the least score, nasa sa inyo yan. You can drop your score on the comment section. I guess that would be all. Yan lang. I will put it on the. I'll try to put it on the description, yung flashcards. So, what time na? Oh my gods! It's almost 35 minutes. Lagpas na naman tayo. Okay. I think that would be all. Thank you very much for studying with me. Bye.